this podcast today. It's December 6th. We are doing binary options trading, and we're actually just going over the 5 wins that I had just now. I like this part of the day. I like this part of the podcast, this part of the experience, basically just sharing the wins. And today started out a little bit rough. I'll give you my rundown here, and then we'll get into the video. But remember, if you like this, like the video, subscribe to the channel, subscribe to this channel, either Music City Trader or Fascinating World of Binary Options, so you can get all of my trading stuff and the books coming out, everything that's happening. So today was started out a little weird. I had 3 losses and then a win, and then I had a win, then I had 2 losses and a win, and then a win, and then a loss and a win, or whatever. Okay, so I got 5 wins, and I just started out a little rough, but that's okay. I kept my composure, and I kind of thought to myself, "What are you doing? Seriously, do better." But I'm going to start this video today with the analysis of my last win, which was it's a little bit more advanced analysis on my part, and I think I figured some things out. So let's get right into it. So I'll have to be completely honest. I started this session feeling a little off. I don't know if it's just Tuesday nervousness, if it's just funk. I don't know. I had a migraine last night. I didn't feel super good today. And I don't know. Sometimes you think, can you do this long term? Can you win binary options long term? Can you keep doing this? It's kind of a grind. I mean, I'm getting my account up now. It's like up to let's see where we're at here. Up to 893. Okay, so that's where I was. This last trade is a winning trade, but I'll show you the analysis that I do of this trade, and it's probably easier if I just open it up here in Pocket Option. Let's see if I can do that, and kind of talk about why I made this trade, and then see what's happening. Because if you look at this, I'm doing the 3, 1, 5 seconds. So 3 minutes, 1 minute, 5-second trade analysis. Okay. Make sure if you like this or if you're watching it, leave me a comment on the channel. Let me know what you think about this. I know some of you guys are commenting, but this is what happened. Okay. So I'll watch for some chats and live stream. This is a 3-minute chart, and look what happened. It set up this massive line here. This black line came up and hit it, These are in 3 minutes, so this is over a long period of time. Then it kind of, this pink line is kind of the floor. Really, the black line was also a floor for a bit too, and it dropped down, hit this floor a little bit, then it went back up. So it kind of kept hitting the black line from the bottom and the top, and then once it hit the floor here, this pink floor, and then it hit the pink floor again. It hasn't wanted to go underneath the pink floor. I mean, it's really strong. Okay, I thought I was kind of looking during my first trade at this black line being the floor, not realizing, maybe I just didn't look far enough back to realize how strong this level was. Okay, and that's true, because I don't generally scroll way back in the 3 minutes. I'm looking for what it's been doing in the last, couple, maybe hour or so, couple hours, whatever this screen is. I'm looking at that. I'm not really looking for what it's doing, way back. So this looks like, this could be a bit of time, but not forever. I'm not going to go way back to yesterday or whatever. Maybe I should. I don't know. I don't think I need to, because I'm looking at what it's doing right here. So what I did, I'm going to put this back down to $1 just in case I hit the wrong button or something. What I did was I looked at the 1 minute trade on this, and then I'll get into my video to show you the video. And I was like, thinking, okay, it broke the black floor. Okay, and I was like, oh, that's good. It broke the black line, which is like the strongest floor. And it reached down and touched here, and then it went back up, and then, went back down, went back up. And I thought somewhere in here I took my trade. I thought it's going to break the pink floor is what I was thinking. It really hasn't broken the pink floor yet. But I still got a position above the pink floor. And I thought, well, even if it doesn't break the pink floor, I can still win, because maybe it bounces around a little bit, but it's still good. If you look in Look here, it's been trying to break the pink floor and it just hasn't broke it, but it hasn't returned to the black floor yet either. So that's kind of what I was thinking in my trade that I took here. You'll see this green line is that becomes that pink line really. But I took a put right here as it was kind of coming down. I think I won this trade here. Let's see if we won this one. This one was odd CAD, and I'm fast forwarding through the video here. This odd CAD was a 5 minute, and I maybe I lost it. No, it looks like okay. It looks like I won it. It broke. So I was around the black floor. So that's relevant to what I was just showing you. So it got up. It came up to this black floor and hit it, and I was like, okay, hit this black floor. I'm gonna say it's going back down, and I took a put there for 5 minutes because I really think it is going to go back down. It was kind of scary because it was this giant 3 minute red green candle, and I just thought for some reason I started kind of analyzing the chart, and as you can see, it looks like this one is going to be a win. Okay, and so I got a little careless here. Okay, so I won this one pretty big because I took it at the black floor, and it did what I thought. I'm thinking it's going down to the green floor, which also is the pink floor. I used different colors, so it was green or pink. Either way, it's going to this lowest line. So then when it got down here, I thought, you know, it's probably going to go down again. It's probably going to go down to this floor, which I shouldn't have done this, but I took a put right there too. Not that I shouldn't have done it. I just was wrong. It retraced back to this floor again, and I lost this. It was a 1 minute trade, and I lost it because I just thought this is a trend. I basically thought it was a trend surf, but now that I think about it, I'm not really in a trend. I'm kind of in a bouncing corridor. So, but I still did think that it was going to go from here. I didn't anticipate. I thought it was just going to break down to this floor. So that was still a good trade in my mind. And then I thought, okay, so what's it doing now? I was waiting and I was being patient and I was like looking and and analyzing. Then I changed it to pink. I put the pink floor down and I said, okay, it's probably going to go break this pink floor. It's trying to. See, it came down. This is a 3 minute candles. It stopped here, then came down, hit it, came back up. Now it's heading back down, and I thought to myself, this looks like it wants to break the pink floor, and if it's going to, it's going too soon. So as it started to head back down towards the pink floor, I took my last trade of the day, which was going to be my last win. I took a 3 minute because I thought, you know, it might bounce around here and there. If you look at the 1 minute, it's kind of cricking down. It looks like it's going to cross down on the MACD. It just has some signs that it wants to break that floor. And so I took my put as it was pushing down. I thought, okay, it's going to push and it's going to go. And I got this position that's right above the pink floor, you know, so it's like, even if it just stays on the pink floor, even if it just dojis out down here, I can still win this. And so then it started to retrace to go back up, and I thought I'm gonna lose this. But this was a full 3 minute trade, so I wasn't super worried at this point. So it retraced up in the 5 second. You see it retraced up, hit that white line, and then it bounced back down. Now it hit the floor again. It's still got about a minute and a half left, and I thought, okay, either way, this is an either way moment. It could either go down, it could bounce, it could go back up. But, you know, I think I just was waiting to see what happened. You know, it was a second trade. It's right on the line now. It's got a minute and 21 seconds left. I really think that looking at the 1 minute, if I'm looking at the 1 minute chart here, the stochastic and the MACD are down. The MACD is starting to cross. I'm starting to get excited because I think it's going to break the pink floor. That's what I really think. And had I traded this on the pink line, it would have been bad. And that's what I was doing, or what I have been doing before. I'd wait till it gets down. I'm like, oh, it's going to go down. And then I would take a put like right around when it hit this level. And then sometimes it consolidates around that level and you lose. So anyway, I started to realize, oh, this is actually better. If I think it's going to go down and break a floor, then just maybe as it's pushing down, enter high. So as high as I can. Don't wait till it gets to the floor. You know, so then it starts to go. We're in the 3 minute candle. I'm looking at this. I'm like, okay, it's kind of still struggling on that pink floor, but then it starts to retrace up in the 5 second. And I'm like, okay, this could go either way, but look what it's doing. It's still wanting to return. And then it's 19 seconds left, and it's kind of created its own little level, and boom, it slides way down there. Okay, so it did have a tendency to break the floor. It had the tendency that I thought it was going to have. Comes down, hits it, bounces, hits it again, bounces a little lower, then comes up, and then just really starts to go down. So it's really starting to want to break the floor. So that was my win on this. And if we look at it in the 3 minute, it looks like in the 1 minute, it looks very, very narrow. So that's why in my new book that I'm working on, and all of the things, I'm using all of this analysis that I've been using, but I'm using it in multiple time frames: 3 minutes, 1 minute, 5 second, because this doesn't look like that big of a win really. But if you're looking at the pressure, internal pressure, then you can see that it kind of pushes way down from my line. So it's just kind of microscoping in to this. So that was that. That was actually a pretty decent run. I felt, oh, I can move my little thing. Perfect. That thing's been in my way for days. I think I like this. This felt pretty good. I made some mistakes in this trading session, just in general. Just I'll scroll back to the beginning. Let's talk about how I started this trading session, not feeling great, and I just entered a trade thinking, this is on the 3 minute candle. Looks like it's going to go down, and I thought, okay, well, this is probably going to go down, maybe to like here. But I mean, if I look at it now, these are lines of major floors. I think this was me anticipating it breaking the floor. Obviously, it does not break the floor, and it goes up, and I lose. Okay, so that's my first loss. And I think looking at this, I can see that it's breaking the floor, that I want it to break the floor. Now I'm not really sure, because it's stuck inside a consolidation channel, and there's really no trend here. There's not a trend. It's not going up or down. It's kind of just stuck right in this box. I mean, I've drawn these lines very quickly, and I can see, okay, this is stuck in a consolidation moment. And so I don't know. This was not a great trade. I should have just left the chart, and I might have done that. That was odd USD. I think I did leave that chart, and as soon as I get to this chart, I thought, and this is another error, I was like, okay, this RSI is breaking. This is a double cross in the 1 minute and the 3 minute, and this really looks like a good trade. But it's already been going up high. It does look like a great trade. Actually, still looks like a great trade to me. But I took this 1 minute trade. Okay, in the 1 minute, it looks like a perfect trade because it goes up to this level. Okay, it struggles right here. So this is actually a line. And then it breaks above the line. Now, because the 3 minute was doing what it was doing, this trade was a good trade. It was a losing trade, I think. But I think it was a good trade. I would have traded this again, because I just thought that it was going to go. And let's see. It was back here. Oh, well, maybe this one won. Let me see. So maybe this one did win. So I really feel like this was so Euro CHF. Okay, Euro CHF. I feel like I lose that on Euro CHF. So the first trade in on Euro CHF was a loss. It still tricked me because it went up. It double crossed up in the 3. Other than this little crick, which I wasn't paying much attention to that. I see the cross. I see breaking RSI, and I enter in my my trade. That first trade was 1070, and it lost. It sort of went into a consolidation, and my line was just a little bit too high. I didn't get this one because at the end of the day, it just didn't make it. It just didn't make it. Barely, you can see it barely made it. And it was in the money there for a minute. Okay, so let's go on and see what I did to this. I think I switched charts there. I got frustrated and I switched charts. Went back to this chart, the one that I was on before, and I see it's still not doing anything. It's still not breaking the channel. It's still consolidating in a channel, and I'm not going to trade on the consolidation at this point. So I'm looking for another chart, and I make a $22 trade at the bottom. Now I'm pretty sure I lose. Let's make sure for the video, since I lose this trade, very big lose this trade. I get kind of lost in my mind, I think, at this point. I'm trying to find a pattern in this chart. Look at the pattern I'm trying to find. I'm thinking this is going down because it's been going down. It's going in the 3 minutes, hitting here, going down, hitting here, going up, hitting here, going up. And then in general, I think it's going to continue down from here. And that's why I made that trade. And then this trade just sort of bounced and headed back up. So now I'm kind of confused, obviously. That was a third trade, and now I'm going to make a fourth trade. Let's see where my fourth trade comes in. I lose that trade pretty big. I don't know why. It didn't make sense to me in the long term, but I guess if I look at this in the 1 minute, it was overbought and oversold in both of the RSI and MACD, and it was at the bottom. It was near a line. I mean, I guess I could have seen this in the 1 minute as a possible turnaround, and it's an engulfing candle turnaround. I think I was zoomed out too much on this one, just thinking that the bigger pattern there was going to prevail. But there's an internal pattern that was happening in the 1 minute candle that I missed, and that's why I lost that trade. I can see that this is oversold, and it's heading up, and it engulfs big time. I take a put. I mean, I thought this line right here was probably I figured it's going to pull back to this line like it did that before. It goes down, it pulls up, then it goes back down, pulls up. I thought in this pattern it's going to go back down, but you got to be careful when you're looking at this because, or I do, because it's not necessarily setting up for that same pattern again. And you can kind of tell that maybe from the double cross that's starting to happen. Of course, when I entered that trade, I entered it over here. Let's see where I entered this trade. When I entered that trade, I was looking at the 3 minute candle. Yeah, I was thinking to myself, this 3 minute candle right here. I was looking at the 1 minute candle. Looks like it's going down. Was this the one? Yeah. Yeah, it looks like the 1 minute's going down pretty hard. This is all pushed down. And this is a line that I have drawn from previous lines. So I feel like it's going to go down here. That's all I think, you know what I mean? And I think that's what I didn't see. Then I see this 5 second candle. Looks like it's going to do it. This looks like the perfect trade to me. You know, except when I look at it in the 1 minute trade. But in the 1 minute trade, it didn't really look like that at this moment. It just looked like a pullback. It just looked like a slight pullback. It does look like it's setting up now to be a turnaround. And I could have entered a call. And I probably thought, I'll enter a call. But one of my new rules now is don't enter two trades at once. I mean, unless you're just really winning the one and you want to get the other one. So this was a major loss. Look how big that loss is. That's okay. So now I'm on a fourth trade, and I'm starting to think I stink at this, basically. At least today, I'm feeling pretty eh. So I'm thinking I've got to get some good analysis. So I'm scrolling through it here. I've drawn some channels on this. I don't know. I can't believe that I would have stayed on this chart, but I did, and I can't believe that I did, because usually if a chart whoops my butt like that, I'm going to get off of it. But right here, I saw a strong line coming through the middle here. It hit here, it comes down, it hits here, hits here, hits here again, hits here, slows down, goes back up. And I'm like, I really do think for some reason this chart is going down. So what I do is I draw my channel. This is the new channel. It goes down here, goes up here. I really believe it's going to stop here. It has internal pressure stop. It bounced here. I really feel like that was a strong line of support and resistance. And so what I did is I just waited. And as soon as it hit that line of support and resistance, I took a 4-minute put. Okay, $47, 4-minute put. You look how strong that line is. It's also on the 3-minute, it's at the white line. I guarantee you I have other thoughts. It's at the white line, and this is why I did this trade. It's at the white line. Again, it's at the white line in the 1 minute, and it's very strong. The only thing is, once I took this trade, I kind of had regret in my mind as I'm watching it play out, because I think to myself, like, really, it's going through the white line. It's going through the white line. It's going through the white line. And then what makes me think at this moment that it's not going to go through the white line up to this line? I don't know. I think I just had feelings in the 3-minute. I must have had some 3-minute vibes here. Let's see if I can look at the 3-minute. Yeah. I must have just thought that this was a strong enough line in the 3-minute. It went all the way back here. It's hard to see. Sometimes my screen has stuff on it. I'm drawing trend lines on this. You know, this has a hit here, it hit here, hit here, hit here, hit here. Keeps hitting here, 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 here. Yeah, so yeah, getting messages. I really think it's going to head down because it's going down. And yes, this is a very risky trade, and I even think I wrote that on my paper. I think I did a couple risky trades today in my mind because this could have gone up to this next level. I mean, it could have gone. I mean, it was kind of the reason why I have this is the white line sort of matches up with a strong line of support and resistance. Those two things gave me some sort of confidence to take this put. And I took this put, and then the entire time the put is winning. So it does pay off. And it looks like it starts to retrace a little bit. Looks like it wants to go back up. And I've seen that happen before. It might hit the white line, go down, hit the white line, go down, and just sham through. So I was like not completely, sold on this trade. I was kind of looking at it like it could go, but I got a fantastic position, and I got the position I wanted on this. I wanted on that black line, and that's the position that I got. So we'll roll this in as we go down. We'll roll this in. It wins huge. This is when I thought, did I enter again here? This is maybe where we started the video on this same chart. See, I thought it was going to go down from here. I thought it was going to be a trend surf, and I was generally right. Okay, yes, I was right. I won that. I thought it's going to go down. It's going to break it. It broke it. I won that top trade. And then I thought I'm going to do this trend surf, and I'm going to lose that trade. Okay, I lost that trend surf trade. And then this started doing what I thought it was going to do. I said, I think it's going back down. And I took another second trade, and I cannot believe this trade lost. This trade was so close to winning. It was in the money a lot. But it's at a point on this chart. It's in a middle ground, so it's fine. I traded on the white line, which I usually wouldn't do that. This is a 5-second white line, so it doesn't matter. But this lost by 4 seconds, by 1 second. It literally was in the money until 5 seconds, and then it lost just barely. Then it went back in the money. This made me angry. I will admit I was angry, but I was calm. I was angry, but I was calm. I was like, okay, because I've learned that can happen. It's not a mystery. That is going to happen. You're going to have a trade that is going to be in the money the entire time, and at the last second, it's going to reach up and just barely get out of the money. You're going to lose, and this is very, very, very small loss. I mean, we're in the 5-second candles. I mean, this would have looked like it was on the line in the 1 minute. I lost it, and then look, it goes straight into the money. So I was like kind of biffed on that. But I've been learning to control my emotions. Part of it, a lot of it is that. So this was the trade that I was on was NZDJPY. And so then I looked around. I said, let me look around and find something. I wanted to look around. I found OddCAD right here. I found it turning up and going to the white line. Now this was a quick, I checked it out. I quickly looked at it. I thought this is a 1 minute to the white line. It's a double cross in the stochastic and MACD. It's heading to the white line. It looks against the 1 minute trend. So I took the call on the dip, and then this one pretty big, I think. Let's see. It kind of farted around. This was like a 3 minute trade. No, was that a 5 minute trade? Yeah, I took a 5 minute trade. Not sure why I would do that. I just want to go to the white line. Yeah. I think this is like, let's see if this one wins. It's in the money almost the whole time. Yeah. That was a $5 trade. In the money the whole time. This one I got to be confused. This had to be a 1 minute trade. Let's go back here and see. Yeah, it probably was a 1 minute trade. Okay, there's my $43 trade that won. Oh, okay, that's my third trade. I took that trade and won it. It kind of goes up to the white line. Then I find OddCAD. Yeah. See, I think I'm on OddCAD there. I win. And then I think it's going to bounce. That's why I took a 5 minute put, because it hit the white line. It's in a downtrend. That makes more sense to me now. Sorry, guys. And then I take a 5 minute put because it's at the white line. And this trade goes down. This trade goes down 5 minutes. Okay, it keeps going down, keeps going down, keeps going down. it struggled. So I'm glad it took 5 minutes because it struggled even in the 1 minute. Struggle, struggle, struggle. It's at the white line. It's in a downtrend, and then it won big. Okay, look how big it won in the 5 second time frame. And then I think it's going to go down to the white line. So right here is probably where I make a quick little mistake. I think I'm going to trend surf this bad boy. It's already going down. It's pointing down. I'm right. I'm feeling so good. I take a put for 1 minute, and it just shoots back up. Boom! Shoots back up. It retracts to that black line. I lose that trade. And then I'm not really sure what I'm doing. I think this is where I started analyzing the beginning of the in the beginning of the video. I waited. I think it's going to go down to the pink line, and I take that $10 trade, and it continues down all the way below the pink line, just barely. It thinks it wants to go up, but then it doesn't. It wins. And then that is my final win of the day. So that was my trading session. It was a little bit wild, but it was a little bit more like what I'm used to doing. Just kind of finding the spaces. Now, sometimes you can look at a chart and you can see that it looks like it's going to go up and then it goes down. You can see that happened. I really think that is just something that your martingale protects you from. There are going to be times when you just pick the perfect trade and it goes wrong. But I do think today was a little more risky than most of my days that I usually come. I feel like I usually come in and I'm pretty calm, and I just kind of, pretty calm. I'm pretty calm sauce going down here. But let's look at let's do a proper winning motion. We'll get a proper winning motion here. Let's roll the winning. This is for all 5 wins, and we'll have a happy dance for all 5 wins. All right, so now I'm going to go into my log, and I'm just going to finish these logs because I do these every day. So this is I think this would be December 4th. It would be yesterday. I did not log yesterday because I went right into the live stream, and then I just forgot to log. But what we're doing right now is I'm gonna go through my wins and losses. So I had 3 losses up front. One was a 2-minute. It was sideways. We know that because after I looked at it, so I don't know what I was thinking. And then I had a loss and a loss on that. So, and then I had a win, which was a 4-minute off a major. Let's see what it said. A 4-minute after a major line of support. So I just go through these and put them down. Then let's see, a same chart. Let's say I stayed on that same chart, and then I had a win on a 2-minute put, and then I had a loss, a 2-minute put. See, this is the thing. I lost that one. It was a trend surf, but really, it was consolidating. That's what it was doing. It was consolidating, and I took a. Then I lost a 4-minute put on the thing. This was barely okay. I think this was barely. But why I lost this? It was on a pressure relief. But it was but still it was dangerous because it was in consolidation. That's the thing. You gotta kind of stick away from consolidation. So then I had a 1-minute a win, and I had a 1-minute win, double cross. This is a double cross to the white line, and that was a big win. It felt risky, but it was a big win. Okay, and then I had a win. This was a 5-minute. This was the 1-minute hit the white line, and yeah, so this is a 5-minute put. The 1-minute candle touched white line, and a large ceiling at the same time. Risky, but I called it right. So big win. Then I did 1-minute trend surf on the same chart and lost on. So just called that one wrong. That was just the 1 minute trend surfs, they're not like, it's not like it's kind of like a 50-50. It's not really 50-50. Sometimes if you're in a downtrend and you get it right, it's a really big win, but there's not, with the trend surfs, the 1 minute trend surfs, it's like you're just waiting for one more candle, and you're looking for it to go place. Right above the floor. Got in thinking it would break. It would break down. And it did. Got a high position off the floor. So that was my final win. So today I had loss, 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 win. And then I had win. And then I had loss, loss, win. And then I had win. Loss, loss, win, win. Then I had loss, win. So, well, not terrible. I went to a third trade. I went to a fourth trade. Interesting. And I can look back at the beginning. Kind of when you start trading, I feel like I start trading and I start just sort of start feeling pressure, so I just do it. I mean, sometimes you just have to start trading. I mean, it's kind of weird because you're 893.03. Is that the total? 893.03. Yeah. Ending 893.03. So I'm in this climb right now. I'm in the climb and it's going good actually. So I'm going to color these out. The climb is a 150-day climb. And if I can get to 150 days, I'll be pulling in $1,000 per day in this same 5 trade scenario. So 893 level cleared. I'll have to type in December 4th. Yesterday was not bad either. Yesterday, you can watch the video on the channel from yesterday, and you can check that out. Now, coming up, once I get to level about 90, I want to release my new book called Binary Options Battle Plan. I want the introduction of the book to say I'm a full-time trader pulling in around $1,000 a day, and I started this whole thing from just $150. That's really my goal. And then when starting from a small account is probably the best way to do binary options. It doesn't feel like it. It feels like you should have a massive amount of money, and if I had all this money, I would never lose. But really, if you start binary options with a lot of money and you don't know what you're doing or you're not comfortable, you're probably just going to lose all your money. So it's better to start small and build up with a system. Mostly, I would say that emotions is probably 50% of this, maybe more. I mean, yes, analysis is massive. You got to learn to take trades and know what you're doing. But sometimes you can know what you're doing and your trade loses. What happens when that happens is your emotions can get the best of you, or you just want to get there as fast as possible. So in all of my past trading plans, my 30-day challenges, my 100 days, whatever, I've 90 days, we always kind of thought in 30 days, 60-day, 90-day blocks. I started thinking, but I'm winning a lot, but then I'll lose like one day, which kind of throws me back a lot. So I created this new financial plan. It's a much slower growing plan. It also self-fortifies. It also gives you to where, like for example, right now my trading balance, I'm trading off of just the $230 balance here. But I have $230 balance here. Let me zoom in here for you. So there's just a $230 balance. Like on let's just go to day 30. You're trading just off of $205, but my account had $774 in it. Okay, and my complete trading balance was $574. So this is just basically, if you forget this full account, that's some extra money I had in there, a couple hundred extra. What I started with was 150 in column C, and now after 30 days, I'm at 574. But I'm still only trading at 2% off $205. So this is a weird algorithm that I've created where if I were to lose a 6 trade, if you scroll over here, you can see you need $351 to win a 6 trade. So if you were to lose a 6 trade, you're going to lose $350 of your total of $575. So you're going to be kicked back 10 or 15 days. So you could get kicked back, back to level, 18, 17, something like that, 19. And then you just keep going. The problem is you can't keep doing that. So you cannot get to a 6 trade. A 6 trade is death. But in a previous martingales and my previous sheets that are full martingale trading sheets, you're basically, if you lose one time, one day of the month, if you lose one 6 trade series, which can happen, I suppose. Especially, it did happen to us a lot the last year and a half. We would go for 30 days, 40 days, then we would lose 6 trades or 5 trades. We were trying to be too aggressive by winning 5 trades. I think we're just trying to be too aggressive. And so this is a slow growing, less aggressive plan. But, if you can hang in there for 90 to 100 days, let's go to 100 days because 100 days feels like a good idea. You're going to have $5,000 total in your account. Your active trading balance is only $1,500. So you're only going to be trading off of $1,500. And, your 6 trade you need is $2,700. So you could blow about half your account or, 40% of your account. But let's look at the payoff. If you scroll all the way over here, the payoff at day 100 is you're making $170 per day. Okay, per day. That's pretty good. Not great, but $3,400 a month. That's pretty good. That's decent. But look what happens if you go just to day 150. 150 was really my initial goal. Really like the numbers at day 150. You've increased your account now to over 25,000. And if you go over here to your daily income, you're at $768 a day or $15,000 a month increase. So that's $15,000 a month profit. And all you got to do is win 5 trades a day. And I think this is even 5 trades a day, 5 days a week. So that's how it is. Yeah, it's times 20. So this is just 5 days a week, which you could trade 7 days a week. You trade a lot more. I've been trying to just do my trading really, really, really sticking to my plan and not trying to go further or faster because then I think I'll just, where do I stop? I don't know where to stop. That's the problem. This plan gives me a place to stop. If you want to get the plans, if you want to get the strategies, the book will be coming out, within a couple months or whenever I'm ready, whenever I feel like it's time. It will be very, very early in the new year. And you can get strategies right now at Fascinating World of Binary Options or MusicCityTrader.com. We're working on those websites. We got the courses, and I think we're going to make these courses free for a bit. So I think there's some promotional free strategy courses on the website. Go to MusicCityTrader.com, and I'll see you on there. I think this was a good session. I'll see you on the next video.